It is that time of the year, isn't it? We are moving a little bit closer to December the 25th, and you're starting to hear the tunes on the radio, even on this show. Glad to bring you some sounds of the season. This is Paul McCartney's lyrical best. It's a little thin, but yeah. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. I like this one. There's a couple of them. I really like Billy Squier. Christmas is a time to say I love you. A little bit lighter note, of course, than some of the sounds of the season. I was on Facebook last night, and I happened across a video. A video was posted for a song that I hadn't heard, but it sounded somewhat familiar. I don't know why. It spoke to me. And I thought, I'm going to see if I can find the guy who wrote and performed it. And joining me here on the line this afternoon, we say good afternoon and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to Asif Illyas. Good day, sir.
Hello, Sheldon. How are you?
Very well. Thanks for Mir. Thank you for all the music over the years. It's a real pleasure to get to talk with you.
Thanks very much for having me on your show. I listen to it often, so it's really quite an honor.
No, I appreciate this. A Soldier's Carol. We were sharing a story here how we had Lana Grant on not long ago talking about her Christmas CD. You helped her out with that.
Yeah, I got to sing on the lead track that she wrote for the Mental Health Foundation of Nova Scotia CD, and they asked me for a song, and I had this song floating around, and it's on the CD. It's in fact the only place you can actually get it. It was never really released. It was a song from Mir we put out on an EP.
So this was the same recording was used, or did you re-record it?
We did a couple of little changes to it, but it's pretty much the same recording.
Okay, so who's performing on it? Yourself?
Yeah, it's myself, my brother Asif Illyas, who also filmed the video, and Adam Dowling, who's a drummer, and we also had Kirsty Money, who plays with Symphony Nova Scotia. She's playing violin on the track.
It's a very powerful song. You say you wrote it back in 2008, correct?
Yeah, thanks a lot. It was around the time. I think I wrote it around the time the Bush was just incessantly sending troops over there, and it just something that was really hitting home. Just to think of all of the media and what we hear about what the reasons are for going to war, and then just thinking about the people on the front line and thinking about how they are out there, and also hearing all these stories and wondering what they were thinking. And of course, around this time, you reflect about your family and what life's all about, and they couldn't be here, so I just had to put it down in words.
The video, tell me about that. It came together very quickly, didn't it?
It did. We never had a video for it. My brother had always been toying with doing something, and we spend most of our time these days doing film and TV music. We were waiting for a cut to come, and we were a little bored, and Shahab said, hey, why don't we go and do a video for Soldier's Carol? I said, are you serious? And he said, yeah. It was like noon. He said, go and find a soldier's costume and let's go to York Road Out and film it. And we managed to find some really great public domain archival footage, and it just sort of came together so quickly. I think 48 hours later, we had a video. It was the fastest video we'd ever done. And Shahab's been, he's been getting some great skills lately, and we put it together, so we're really proud of it.
It is a fantastic track, and
it's
getting lots of traction. How's it feel having something that was, born of your time 7 years ago, and here it is getting a brand new audience?
Well, it's a little surreal because, again, we didn't really have any intention of doing a video for it, but it's always something that comes up every year. There's these problems, of wondering about why it is we go to war and all of that. They're recurring, and you hear about them all the time. And the song always hit home for me. And whenever I played it myself, just as a singer-songwriter, it seemed to resonate. So I always wanted to do something with it. So it's quite an honor to have people sharing it and listening to it.
It is fantastic. I do, look back at the career of Mir. You guys made some great music. You're still making great music.
Thank you.
Very catchy, pop-driven. But you guys, you weren't afraid of taking on themes and taking on tough topics. And I'm thinking back to the tsunami in Sri Lanka and the work that you folks had done to help those people at that time.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's a terribly privileged position to be in when you're on a stage or have the ability to write music and put it out there. So I've always thought that I've always really respected songwriters who aren't afraid of tackling subjects and trying to bring about awareness for different things. And so we always were trying to make our music be a vehicle to help people understand different things from our perspective, of course.
And you folks are doing your own, is self-published?
Yeah, we are. We have. I put out an album that last year that ended up getting an ECMA this year, so it was really exciting. And my brother put out a set of recordings all on our website. Yeah, we just continue to make music. I mean, we're very lucky to keep making music. Now,
when we were talking this morning, and I don't mean to bring your personal life into it, but a family now. Things are moving. You're growing up, and how is life different now than it was when you started making music?
I think when you start out, you're just on this real treadmill. You're trying to attain this exposure, and you're going out on the road and everything, and it's really tiring. And I think having a family, it settles you down, but it also clears your mind a bit from the rat race. And I think that I've been making some of the music that I've been more proud of in the last couple of years. And I think it gives you a great perspective and to sort of sit back and not be always out there kind of flogging things. So, yeah.
Fantastic. We're going to invite folks to pick up Lana's CD. That's where you can hear your track, Soldier's Carol. No, the EPs aren't around anymore?
The EP's not around. It's going to be released. It's actually out on iTunes next week.
Excellent.
We decided to re-release it, and so it'll be available on iTunes. But the only place you can get it right now is on that great CD for Mental Health Foundation, and it's a great cause because it's also tied into this. There's a lot of mental health factors and issues that surround the whole idea of going to war and all of that. So,
well, we're going to get Jennifer to play a little bit of it as we leave. Asif Illyas, thank you, sir, and again, congratulations on the track. And I'm glad it's getting some attention.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right,
thank you, Sheldon.
Cheers.